Shroud, Slow Demise, 5 tracks, 24 minutes, the debut EP from Melbourne-based heavy psychedelic rock band, released November 2018 via Merp Records, produced by Josh Bills at Vagabond Studios. Just the one promo track has been released so far on the title track. This band is fronted by Matty O'Shea, who will be known to our audience for fronting the Deadlibs as well. Go for it.
Cool. When I first listened to it first time through, I thought that vocal sounds familiar, and then, as I normally do, then go do some homework and, okay, Matty's on vocals now, it's all starting to make sense. And made me go through it again, but sort of the second time through, listened to it with completely different ears, and
It's funny how knowing who's involved can change your perspective.
Yeah, I liked it the first time. I liked it a lot more the second time around because I can detect what she was doing differently to what she does in the Deadlifts, and I thought it was really cool. She's got a great voice and actually beautifully suited to this.
One of the best voices going around locally at the moment.
The way she uses it, that she accents and brings intensity, and then can go really soft, and she's just got a great command of the vocal.
Dynamic.
It's psychedelic and sludgy at times, but then it does pick up. It's not like you're on sort of one path the whole time, which a lot of that sort of psych and sludge stuff does tend to do. So it does switch between tempos, which break it up nicely. It's been captured really well. Super fuzzy guitar, but not over the top. Dirty drum and bass sound, which I really thought was cool. It's all sat in really nicely. And Maddie's vocals just sit beautifully in the pocket and soar over the top when they need to. I think she's done a really good, or whoever's producing it too, I think has really captured it well. It's a bit of a, another beanbag lava lamp kind of listen, lights off, but that's cool. It's not a bad thing. I don't mind that every now and then. I look forward to seeing what they're going to do next, because I thought this was a really cool release. I gave it 8.5 out of 10.
Nice.
Highlights were Oh Friend, Burdened by the Ties, and Night Wanders.
It's another dirty psychedelic type release. Production does work for its style, I thought. It's definitely big and layered.
What's going on in there?
But it sounds alive, so I reckon this is probably how they would sound live. I don't think it'd be too much different. I thought some of the vocal approaches were very reminiscent of Chrissy Amphlett of the Diviners. The way her delivery and everything. Again, like you, the vocals were fantastic. Fucking good. It's a mood-driven, slow grind of an EP, very reminiscent also of early Black Sabbath.
Yep.
I actually really enjoyed it, and I dropped the band a line and said, hey, I enjoyed your EP and I need to come and see you guys play, which I don't normally reach out to bands, but this did. Nice. This is something that I don't ever look for because it's not my wheelhouse normally, but I did enjoy this.
Cool.
I thought it was very good. Night Wanderers, Burdened by the Ties, and Slow Demise. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I'd like to get one of them to come and play one of our gigs.
Yep. Excellent release. I'm just going to read what I wrote in the first sentence. A dope sick Black Sabbath who's just completed a steroid cycle.
That's a quote you can use, guys.
So what I would say is, old school Black Sabbath meets, if you know the band I Hate God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you were to somehow blend those two together, you'd end up somewhere in the wheelhouse of this. These riffs are really just triumphant and glorious and big and huge, but their use of dynamics is also fantastic. The tones are fantastic, the guitar tones especially, just really big, tubey, warm fuzziness that's fantastic, but they also don't get muddy and bogged down, so whoever made this record is doing a fantastic job, because so many releases you get that
too much.
Frankly, they miss the mark, and you don't need to. They go too much, but this is perfect. Songs are written really well, and the use of the vocals, again, the contrast, the guitar tone and the really dirty drum and bass sound just works fantastically well. And it highlights it perfectly. I gave it 9 out of 10. Burdened by the Ties was my favourite track.
Nice. Well, for mine, having followed Maddie for a long time, it's good to see her branching out and doing different styles, because she is one hell of a vocalist. I cannot sing her praises highly enough. Love her work on record and live. She's
stage
phenomenal.
presence is awesome too.
Oh my God. We've had the pleasure of having them play for us once, and I want them to go again, because she was sick that time and it was still fucking impressive. This is different to the Deadlifts. It's darker, softer, yet more aggressive at the same time. This is heavy in the tone and the vibe. That's where that comes in. Some great performances on this. The band is really tight. They use timing changes really well. It's nice and smooth. Great work across the board. And I love the lead guitar work on this. Maddie shines on vocals as you expect, but the rhythm section of this band is super tight and anchors it all down beautifully. Love the writing on this. This one's infectious, and the shifts in the vibe between the songs are really well done too. Keeps the EP moving.
Yeah.
Great timing and energy changes within the songs. Again, complement that aspect. It's heavy stoner or psychedelic rock, but it's done really well, and it's the sort of stuff you can actually sing along to once you get your head around it all. But also at the same time you can rock out to it because it gets the riffs going, but you can also dance along to this sort of stuff if you're that way inclined because it's got that swingability in it as well. Really good use of subtlety in the writing. That was impressive. And these songs always tell a story, some good hooks in there as well, but the intensity when it's delivered is wonderful. They shift this to suit the song with everything they're doing. Everything's really cohesive. It all works as a complete package, this EP. Everything just sits nicely together. Production's good, the tones are really well captured, Maddie's voice shines in this, and it's a really dark vibe and great use of space. For my taste, it's a little bit on the too far on the compression side, but that's the style of the music. It's not about...
it has to be that way.
It's what they all do, so I get it and it makes sense. It's just not to my personal taste. Everyone that watches this for a while knows I hate too much compression on things. But the push and pull within the mix and the performances is fantastic, and parts of this within the mix are genuinely haunting. They echo through and it creates this atmosphere which is fantastic. Some really good layering applied in the production. That was phenomenal. It's one of those ones you can play in order from start to finish, or you can play it on random and it'll work just as well either way. Not a dud track on this. It's short, sharp, but quite diverse and covers a lot of ground. The track order does flow through when you do it in the track order, but it's one of those ones where any song will do. It's good. If you like it dark and interesting with some stoner or psychedelic touches to it, you're going to enjoy this. If not, I don't think this will change your mind in that regard. It's not a gateway release, but I really enjoyed it. It's one I'll be paying more attention to in the future. And it's one of those ones for those who like the style. But if you're open-minded, then check this out for sure. I reckon it's really well done, and there's a bit of a difference about this band. They're not just lumped in with the pile of the rest. They stand out well and truly as a separate beast on it. So you have an 8 out of 10. Burdened by the Tires, Slow Demise, and Barely Standing were my standouts. Check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think.
Shroud.
You want to go first on this one, Brendan? Or
Sure does.
Bring it on.
Caesar, I know you're a bit special.
He's actually
a bit
not
more special than usual, even
yeah.
for you. Oh, I thought he was going to get a nice big snout close up in the camera just then.
God, that was fucking funny. You turn around and look at the screen, and all it was head.
Yeah. I'm going to do that without any video reference whatsoever.
All it was head. It's the name of my biography.
My life in Eat the Damn Orange, all it was head.
Sometimes someone will put a random Facebook post up that really make me giggle. Yeah, when people are always like, "Oh, is there anything cool to watch on Netflix?" and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And someone said, someone just put one up. Was like, "I finished the first season of Pornhub. When's the second one coming?" God, that's fantastic.
Yeah, can't wait for season 2.
Oh, wow. Hit that subscribe button, pal.
Oh, I love it. Anyway.
So that's going in the bloopers.
Along with 90% of what we film.
Yeah.
Alright, Shroud.
Shroud.
Let's do it.
Cool.
All right.